Right, the problem we have is this. Let me equip this crossbow, and you can see if I eject from the character, and you can see this character is using the rifle animation. So instead it should have an animation like this to match the crossbow. Hand should be like this, but in ALS we don't have that, and we are going to see how to add an exact matching animation to the existing animation blueprint. So in the anim graph of the animation blueprint of the ALS character, we have this overlay layer. This is the part which affects the weapon holding animations, etc. So here under the rifle part we get the animation for the crossbow because I have marked it as a rifle for the moment. So later on I am going to add the separate for the crossbow part for the crossbow as well. But first, let's, without changing that, let's try to test the animations. So here all the animations are taken from this ALS props M4A1 poses. So that's the same, I think, in here as well. Yeah, so this is the same animation. So here we have character posed for various different stages, like standing idle and like, I don't know, equipped idle something, various different cases. This is crouched. So we need to have something like this for the crossbow as well. So what I'm gonna do is, let's just duplicate this and name it ALS props. Instead of M4A1, let's use crossbow. Right, now let me open this, and to test this easily I'll add a gun socket and attach the crossbow to make it easier for us to test. Add socket, I'll call it gun test socket, and as a preview asset I'll attach crossbow. Right, let me slow down the camera. So holding seems not fine. Let's first see how this looks in the game. The game, this is fine. So let's use the same offset that we have for the gun mesh, which is 1.3 in Z direction. I think the same change should be fine here. It's not, but let me just match it with the hand first. like this. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the socket offset in this way, and we need to modify this hand. So how the hand should be. Should be more like this, but right, so I rotated and fixed the animation for this part, and let's add a key and apply. And the next part is here. In here, that also seems fine. Here we need to test, fix. So right, this part also seems fine. Let's add the key and apply. Right, and you may notice like now there is a small movement in this animation. So at this point the hand should be like this. That's not a problem, that's the way we want. But here we have some of movement. So but let me collapse these curves and go to additive layer tracks. You can see these shapes. So these curves, actually we don't need such curves. We need at some point it should be at certain area, it should be some value, then some other value. So we need some discrete level instead of this continuous changes. So what we can do to avoid that? Alright, here let me add another key. Not like that. Add another key here. Right. Okay, this is pitch. This too also. Okay, and why there is not much of a change? There is still one thing. Right, now there is a small error here, but I think that would be fine. We have to test it. So right, what next? This point. So here let's add another key for all of these bonds. Did it add the key? No. Don't look like it added one. Right. Anyway, here, oh wait, something has gone wrong. Right, so I painstakingly completed this animation sequence modifications. So now we have all the poses for the crossbow with proper hand placement. Alright, now in this rifle state, this is only for testing. Let me just replace all these M4A1 pose with our crossbow animation just for testing. This is so select ALS crossbow, and here as well you have to select that animation. This one we may have to replace, but let's just try using the crossbow for all of these and see how it looks. Oh, this is something that I haven't created yet. Right, now let's pick up the crossbow and see how it looks. And as you can see, now the character has the correct animation. See, it's not same as before. It is properly holding the crossbow. Let's go to crouching. Seems alright. How about aiming? Seems fine. Okay, so that approach is working, but I need to undo all these changes. Okay, changes are reverted. Now what we have to do is we need to add a different overlay state. So here this one use the rifle overlay state. So where should I change it? Here. Now this overlay state is used in a lot of places, so I have to be really careful with the changes I make here. Yeah. Anyway, if anything goes wrong, we can always revert. So I'll add a new enumerator, crossbow, okay, right. Now before anything, let's see if everything is working still. everything seems to be working without any issue. So now here, can I duplicate this? Right, now I'll name this as crossbow. And do transitions. Right. We should enter this transmission just like here, just like when we go to rifle. We check if the overlay state is rifle. So here we have to check overlay state if it is equal to crossbow. If that is the case, we should enter this transmission. Right, and let's use the same blend logic just like in other cases. Here we are using blend logic as initialization. Let's use the same logic. To be honest, I don't know what that is. But I guess it's something has to do with inertia. I don't know. But this guy is a lot smarter than me, so let's do whatever he has done. This is if this is not equal to rifle. So here it should be if it is not equal to crossbow. Okay, overlay state not equal to crossbow. Right. Select all this process. Instead of ALS, use crossbow. I'm selecting the crossbow in my content browser in other screen and use this arrow to replace. Great, and we don't have to make changes to this timing because I had the crossbow animation is also just a modification of the M4A1, so everything should be fine. And this one is something I don't have at the moment, so I'll leave that for now. What are these? Rotation mode. Okay, they should be fine. Oh, I didn't replace. Right, all done. Oh, this should be crossbow states. And we need to duplicate this and use that instead of this. Alright, compile. Now in our character, when we pick up a weapon, I need to implement that. Switch weapon here. For the crossbow, select crossbow. Right, and in this update head object function, the crossbow output should be connected to what have we attached rifle BP. Let's connect it to whatever this, and shall we test? Great, it is working as intended, so I guess everything is fine. And I think I can use the same approach to implement all these weapons. These are the weapons I have AK, crossbow, flamethrower, M16, this shotguns, another shotgun, sniper, machine gun, all of these things, and also this RPG. So yeah, one by one I'm gonna add all of these weapons into this system, and yeah, hope you guys will find it useful. Right, so the crossbow is done. So thanks for watching. If you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. Link could be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, I already said that. Okay, see you in another episode. Goodbye.